For example, money is one thing. Having money is not a crime. Having money is good. Just don't attach ourselves to it, because we may lose it. That can happen. Then it's all about non-attachment and being able to let go when it's time to let go. Upekkha subdues attachment. Over-attachment leads to aversion, right? That's why they say love becomes hate. When people love too much, that type of love, between man and woman especially, becomes hate. So having an equanimous mind subdues over-attachment and aversion. Okay? Having upekkha also means having a mind that is very steady, remember? Mind that's very calm, it does not flutter. The Buddha says in the Mahamangala Sutta about blessings, supreme blessings in life. One of the supreme blessings, one of the greatest supreme blessings is to have a mind that does not flutter when the whole world is fluttering. When everywhere is shaking and your mind can remain still. For example, there's someone just scolding you like crazy using bad words, and you can remain still and calm and not utter a single word and not feel any hatred. Oh, that is a fantastic mind, isn't it? Who doesn't want that type of mind? I want. Yeah? You are not shaken by anything. Everything can be shaking and revolving around you, but you remain calm. That's an equanimous mind. So that's what we are striving to have, to cultivate. Okay? Now, this upekkha leads us to talk about reality of life. Our life is not perfect, remember? It's an imperfect world. Look at the winds of change. So those of you who are old enough to know Gone with the Wind, many of you look so young, so you might not know. Ever might watch a Hindi movie, then you will see winds of change. No offense, but Hindi movies are good because they show you all the winds of change, from child to father to grandfather to great-grandfather, right? They show you all the winds of change. It's winds of change that happen to our lives. It's good to watch actually, and you reflect, my life also is the same as this. So you look at the winds of change that happen to people. The Buddha says there are 8 winds of change that happens to everyone and no one can escape. And he has grouped them into 4 pairs. He calls it gain and loss, fame and defame, praise and blame, pleasure and pain. These are 4 pairs of winds of change that affect all of us. So let's see if it affects us. We're going to look at the first pair, gain and loss. Those of you who are in business will know about gains and losses. Those of you who play the stock market will also know about wins and losses. Yeah? I'm not in business, so I don't know. I don't play the share market at all because I don't know enough. So I can't tell you any examples from here. I'm sure you know your own examples if you're involved in this. But we also have gains and losses in our life, no matter how simple our life is. So let me share with you my gains and losses in my professional life as a teacher. I started off, when I finished university, I started off as a school teacher in a secondary school, and I was very happy. But what happened was, my daughter fell sick, and I needed to look after her, so I had to resign. When I resigned, that was really a loss financially. It was a big loss. I lost everything. I lost my income. Due to some technicality, I lost my EPF, I lost my pension, everything lost, so it was a loss. But the gain is, I get to look after my daughter to ensure that she's safe. So in that way, I gained. So when she was better and she went to primary school, I needed to work again. So I was bored at home, I needed to work. So I was lucky, right time, right place. So I got into this private college, which needed a maths teacher at that time, urgently. So I negotiated and got this half-day job. I was very happy. So you see, the loss became gain. So I was very happy. I was very happy teaching there. And because in a private college it's so much easier than school, I could do my master's, I could do my Ph.D. More gains. Oh, very happy. Very, very happy. But the trouble is, if you attach yourself to this happiness, you'll be in big trouble. Because it doesn't last. And really, it didn't last. Because after a while, the management changed. And this is a true story from my life. The management changed and they started looking at my contract. What is this? You work half day and you get paid so much? No way! No way! So they wanted to change all my terms and they brought in legalities and everything. I couldn't fight them. I was so miserable because I've given my heart and soul, so-called heart and soul, to the college. My whole life is family and college. That's it, nothing else, family and college only. I'm so happy teaching in the college. Now, it's like whole world shattered. And if I didn't have upeka, if I was not patient enough, I would have done what other people did, resign. I don't know what would happen. But I held on. Because the place was so near my house, it was so convenient. I loved the students. Now because of management making life miserable, I held on. But I needed another outlet for satisfaction because I couldn't find happiness there anymore. Now it's become a loss, you know. Working there was a loss because I was miserable every day. Yeah? Although I still gave my best to my students, but the management was hounding me like crazy. So miserable, I needed something rewarding, something happy. That's how I got into Dhamma speaking. This is a real gain for me, I'm so happy. That's how I got to be a Dhamma speaker. I was looking for an outlet for something more meaningful. Because teaching was hell there. It was hell there. Okay? So I found Dhamma speaking and I channeled my energy over to Dhamma speaking. I kept my job. I did my job. All my responsibilities fulfilled. But I found more joy here. So even with a Ph.D, I won't pursue any more academic advancement there. You know, I'm not looking for promotions and dean and all that. They offer me, I don't want. My joy is here now. This may be temporary, yeah? Yeah? Everything is impermanent, isn't it? Right? It's impermanent. So now my joy is here. So it's a gain. It's a real gain. Change of management is a gain for me. And now what's happening is change of management again, and now things starting to look up. So happy here, happy there. Is that a happy ending? Oh no. All things are impermanent. So whatever I have now, I'm thankful. I'm very grateful, but all things are impermanent. Okay, I have to remember that. So you see, gains and losses, just talking about my professional life itself, a very simple lifestyle of a teacher. Gain, loss, gain, loss, gain, loss. So I'm sure you can relate that to your own life. Yeah? So we can't escape from this. The Buddha said, what do we need? We need upeka. We need to be equanimous, to accept things when they come, to do our best, and then to let go. I cannot fight the management, for example. I have to let go. Alright, next step. Fame and defame. So again, I can't quote you examples from my life because I'm not famous. So I show you famous people. Famous people. Who's this? Too young to know. David Beckham. And one of the posh girls, what's her name?
Victoria.
Victoria Posh. Okay, he was so famous as a footballer and so good, but he had his fair share of scandal. Fame, defame. Whether when people defame him, whether it's true or not, we don't know, right? But when you have fame, be ready for defamation. Our singing icon, so sweet, right? Did Malaysia proud all over the world. And people tried to defame her with a court case, remember? Or too young to know. Siti Nurhaliza, right? Okay, so when you have fame, be prepared for defamation. This one? Yeah? Fame, defame. So it happens to all famous people. If you look at the profile of famous people, they will have their fair share of fame and defame. Whether the defamation is, they really deserve to be defamed, or it's just sabotaged by people. It happens. We can't escape. So luckily we are not famous, yeah? Yeah? Praise and blame. You get praise sometimes, you get blame. For the same thing that you are doing, you get praise and blame. Let me show you my example, very simple example. I go to class very punctually. If the class starts at 10, I'm there sharp at 10. I start the class. Some students say, good this lecturer. Always punctual. Some students say, what this lecturer You see? Why must she come on time? We cannot stand her. Why must she come on time? Can't she just give us 5 minutes to walk? You see? Right? And if you start the class 5 minutes late, the good ones will complain. She started the class late. See? Praise and blame. For the same thing that you do, You get praised and blamed at the same time by